Test 2, 3. Good evening, everybody, from DeLungo Rink at East Haven. Tonight, the final home game of the regular season. East Haven hosting the Nighthawks of North Haven High School. Mike Amento, Nick Vacatura with me tonight as East Haven comes in, having played last night, losing to Woodstock Academy 5-3 in a game that you got your first shot at play-by-play, and I heard you did a heck of a job.
Yeah, I did all right. I mean, it's much different than what I'm doing now, which is kind of adding color. Play-by-play is completely different.
It is a different animal. You're right about that. But they played well last night, only losing 5-3. Pretty good effort against the number pretty much 2 team in Division II.
Yeah, and actually at one point, it was 4-3. So we were really keeping up with Woodstock. If we could keep up with Woodstock, then we could keep up with any team.
Absolutely. North Haven comes in tonight with a record of 17-2. This is their final game. They are playing to be the number 1 seed in Division II. East Haven could finish anywhere between 13, 12, and 11. There are a couple of possibilities for future opponents in the state tournament, but all of that will be sorted out. This game was supposed to be tomorrow night, but due to the impending first really snowfall of the winter, we're playing this game on a Sunday night here. So here come the Nighthawks in with a quick shot on J.P. Garea. That was William Sullivan with the first shot for North Haven. Puck comes to the blue line. Owen Quick with a shot. Pad saved by J.P. Dylan Ingram trying to go up the boards, up to McGlinchey. Tipped up to the blue line, stolen almost by Dalbero, and North Haven able to keep it in. Sullivan hit from behind by Weinzimmer, and now Tyler's going to go back to get it. So North Haven controlling play here since the opening faceoff. Behind the net now, North Haven steals, and now Griffin McGlinchey gets it up to the blue line, flips it out to center, and he'll come off. East Haven will make a partial line change. Here come the Nighthawks back the other way. There's a centering pass, big save by J.P. Garea, his first big save of the night. A.J. Schroeder up the glass, out to center. Knocked down there, Schroeder takes the body on Joseph Taft. And now East Haven fires into the North Haven zone, and it'll be icing a minute and 18 seconds into a scoreless first period.
Okay, so I've noticed something. The Nighthawks play exactly like Woodstock. They're very fast, they pounce, they make it to the zone like really, really fast. They had a shot on goal in the first 20 seconds.
They've only lost to one in-state team this year. That was to Brantford back earlier this month, 3-2. They then lost to an out-of-state team in Rhode Island. Those are the only 2 games North Haven has lost this year. So the Nighthawks have been a solid team throughout the season. Cameron Green up to the blue line, not out. Held in there, shot from the blue line, toe save by J.P. Garea. Rebound up to Joe Vacatura, who got it out of the zone. North Haven, though, quickly dumps it back in. Cameron LaCroix backhands it up the boards. Vacatura got tied up. North Haven holds it in, and the puck through the Raptors out of play. 13:07 to go. Scoreless game first period, and everybody that we talked to before the game felt that with the way East Haven played last night, that they had a chance to win tonight.
Yeah, it just took us a while to get used to Woodstock's pace. I think that's what we have to do at North Haven because they're both fast teams. We just have to get used to how fast they play.
Well, both teams played last night, so neither team should have an edge in fatigue over the other. Here comes Salvani into the North Haven zone, shot gloved by the senior goaltender for North Haven, Bryce Peterson, and he holds for the whistle. 12:56 to go. Scoreless first period. That's East Haven's first shot on goal.
Yeah, I believe North Haven has had 4 or 5 so far. So they're out shooting us right now.
Yeah, JP's had to make some big saves early. Face off, one back to Dylan Ingram. Thrown toward the net, it was blocked. Tied up by Giovanelli behind the net. Stolen by Billy Demetriadis. Good work by Demetriadis to play the puck deep. And now North Haven looking to clear it out. They have to swing it around the far side. Dimitriadis with a hit. Almost blocked by Salvati. And now the Nighthawks quickly come in. Nice play by Evan Giovanelli on the back check. Stolen by Salvati. Salvati ridden into the boards by Nathan Cole. Now on the stick of Dylan Ingram. Ingram cross ice looking for McGlinchey, who knocks it down. He takes a hit. Dalbero into the North Haven zone. Dalbero puts one towards the net. Goes wide of Peterson. They try to go back to the blue line. Dalbero gets it back to Dylan Ingram. Ingram on net. Paddle saved by Bryce Peterson. Griffin McGlinchey gets to it. Dalbero steals, throws it towards the net. Now North Haven trying to clear it out from behind. Good shift here by this first line. Glove down by Weinzimmer, who quickly turns and fires back in. Owen Quick back on it now for North Haven. Quick in his own zone to the blue line. Long outlet pass. North Haven gains the zone. They get the puck deep. That's Alex Peterson. Stolen by Dalbero. Dalbero looking for Perillo at center ice. Owen Quick dumps it in. Now Dylan Ingram behind the net. Dylan Ingram backhands, turns it over. Now North Haven with a chance. Here's Guidon. Guidon behind the net. Blind pass for Peterson. Held in at the blue line. Deflected by Dalbero, then deflected by Guidon. Wide of Garea. Dylan Ingram wraps it around the boards. Weinzimmer flips it up and out of the zone. Vakatura at the blue line. Vakatura in the North Haven zone. Throws it towards the net on the backhand. And Bryce Peterson had to make the save. LaCroix across to Cameron Green. Now Vakatura. Vakatura plays it forward to Schroeder. Nice play by Nicholas Ruggiero to come out and steal. For the 9 East Haven seniors, we've already had senior night, but this is their final home game. Cameron LaCroix in his own zone. LaCroix through center, knocked down by Ruggiero. Into the North Haven zone, played off the glass. Vakatura down for Ruggiero. East Haven, as you talked about pace earlier, Nick. East Haven playing with good pace so far tonight. Ruggiero tried to go in front for Vakatura. Didn't connect, and here come the Nighthawks. Oh, nice pass, quick shot, and a goal. That is Ben Gilbert, the junior, who beat J.P. Garea with a really good shot. And with 10:04 to go in the first period, North Haven takes the early 1-0 lead.
You know, in the beginning of the period, North Haven was dominating us offensively, but we kind of did find our pace. We found our groove. We found how to keep up with them. We had 2 shots in goal. Vakatura had a chance for a goal. It would have been a miraculous goal at that because he had everything against him making that goal.
So Ben Gilbert, the junior, gets the North Haven Nighthawks on the board, and they lead it 1-0 here, still in the very early stages of the first period. The Nighthawks win the faceoff. Bryce Montemana at center ice. Up ahead for Dylan Ingram. Weinzimmer has it at the red line. Tyler flips it into the North Haven zone, where it's knocked down by Owen Quick. Owen Quick goes cross ice. That pass connects. Montemana knocks it down. Nolan Cole had the first shot on the shift, and then Montemana followed him up. Now Cole. Cole curls back to center ice, and now North Haven will dump in. J.P. Garea leaves it for Tyler Weinzimmer. Around the boards for Ingram, tipped ahead to Giovanelli. They turn it over. Montemana with it, turns in a shot. Actually, that was Peterson who took the shot, and J.P. gloves it for the face-off. 9:15 to go in the first. 1-0 North Haven.
This is the same story as the Woodstock game. It was 1-0 in the beginning, and then we made quite a comeback. We tied it up. We almost had a chance to win. This game is so reminiscent of the game last night.
John Dalbero, if I understand correctly, had all 3 goals last night.
Yep, he got a hat trick last night.
So Dalbero continuing to lead with his great play. Sal Plano up to the blue line. Plano dumps it into the North Haven zone, and now East Haven goes and gets it. Dalbero behind the net gets tied up. Frees it up to Griffin McGlinchey. McGlinchey turns, throws it back behind the net. Dalbero lost it. McGlinchey has it back. Shot goes up and over the net and deflects up and out of play. 8:41 to go in the first. 1-0 North Haven. Couple of good chances there for Griffin McGlinchey.
You know, I still think that we just need to find our pace a little bit. I know that this team is just really, really fast, Mike.
Yeah.
Can't you agree with that? This team is just from one end of the ice to the other and very fast.
And their passes are crisp. They don't miss much. As I said earlier, they're playing to be the number 1 seed in the Division II tournament if they win tonight. They are already the number 1 seed in the SCC tournament, which the matchups have been determined for Wednesday. And North Haven will play Guilford Wednesday night. Brantford will play Watertown Pomperog in the SCC tournament. Those should be a couple of great games. Puck at the half wall, now up to the blue line, held in by North Haven. Shot glove by Garia, and he holds for the whistle. 8:08 to go in the first. 1-0 North Haven, and as you said, JP has been very busy here to start the night.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's been doing really, really well. Last night, he got some of the most amount of saves that he ever had in a game. I think it was the second most amount of saves last game.
And that team, I think their first line combined has something like 104 total points between their first line players. So I'm sure he worked hard last night.
It's definitely prepared him for tonight.
So Ruggiero gets it out to center. Now Schroeder dumps in, but it goes out of play. 7:55 left here in the first period. East Haven trailing 1-0. Very odd. We talked about it off air before the game. Odd to be here on a Sunday night.
Yeah, it really is. We've never had a game on a Sunday night. It's just a really weird thing. It's not part of our schedule.
It's, from what we understand, first ever Sunday game in program history, and it's all because winter decided to show up, and it'll be here tomorrow with a little bit of snow. So they were proactive, and I think it was a good move. Sal Plano tied up there by Nolan Cole. Another shot by Cole. Now North Haven steps up in the face-off circle. Quick shot there by Owen Quick. Now Cole down for it, tied up by Plano. Ruggiero works it free to Vacatura, and they get it out of the zone. North Haven quickly dumps it back in. Now Testa. Testa's got Schroeder at the blue line. It goes past him, but they say that Schroeder touched it, so no icing, and we're going to play on. Lucky break for East Haven as play continues. North Haven clears out. Nighthawks into the East Haven zone. Quickly Sullivan centering pass looking for Peterson, and his stick was lifted, and we've got a penalty coming up here, and they're both going to go. Testa and Peterson look like they're both going here with 6:43 to go in the first period and a 1-0 North Haven lead. Robert Testa and Alex Peterson both going to the box for roughing.
Looked like Peterson incited that. Yeah. I mean, I think Testa was just defending himself. But
and I think that's what Testa was a little bit upset with the call, and I think that's what he was upset about.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to be biased or anything, but I don't know if the official's call was on point or not. But
so no loss of manpower on the ice. Coincidental minors. We stay 5-on-5. Weinzimmer up to McGlinchey. He gets tied up, so East Haven can't clear. Now it's going to be taken by Perillo. Perillo up to Dalbero. Can't keep it on his stick, and so the Nighthawks quickly back the other way. Here's Guidon. Penalty coming up on Perillo as soon as East Haven touches. And Perillo's going to go for roughing. So 6:19 to go, trailing 1-0. Nicholas Perillo's going to the box, and East Haven will be shorthanded for the first time tonight.
We're going to have to kill some penalties. You know, last night we did a really good job at killing penalties, so hopefully that will carry over tonight in killing this penalty.
It's been one of our strong points this year. We've been a very good penalty-killing team, and this power play is pretty lethal for North Haven.
Yeah, it was our highlight. It was one of our highlights last game. The penalty kill was just phenomenal.
So we'll see if East Haven can kill this off. Dalbero and McGlinchey up front. Plano and Weinzimmer defensively. Guidon back to the blue line quick. Now Guidon to the circle. Shot, glove save. J.P. Garria got a piece of it. Rebound goes to Dalbero. He can't clear. Cross ice, Guidon at the circle. Big save by J.P. Garria. He holds for the whistle. 5:56 to go in the first. 1:38 on the power play. 1-0 North Haven.
You know, I'm not sure what the exact amount of shots on goal are, but North Haven seems to be absolutely just barraging our net.
Yeah, they seem to be a step quick right now here in the first period, but East Haven trying to stay with it. Quick with a shot. J.P. Garria makes the stop. Bryce Mastriano over to Guidon. Guidon back to Quick. Now Sullivan in front. Shot, big save by J.P. Garria. That was Jake Donovan with a point-blank shot. Boy, their passes are so crisp. Owen Quick just inside. Shot, glove save by Garria. He holds. 5:26 to go in the period. 1:07 left on the power play. 1-0 North Haven. What a start tonight for J.P. Garria.
Oh, yeah, he's had to make countless saves. I mean, just North Haven's passes, like you said, they're so crisp. They're just absolutely amazing. Their chemistry is just really, really good. I have to compliment North Haven on that.
Yeah, they are solid. Puck comes back to the blue line, held in there by Taft. Now Guidon. Taft back at the corner as North Haven spaces it out here. Now it's Cole. Cole as they cycle. Cole carries the puck behind the net. Now he's on the backhand side. Goes back to the blue line. Dalbero. Good active stick by John Dalbero. Cleared the puck out. North Haven back onside. Good play by Schroeder. Schroeder anticipated the pass. Clears it out of the zone, but it goes off the East Haven bench. 4:50 to go. 31 seconds on the power play. 1-0 North Haven. So far, Garria has seen every shot, and he's been able to make the saves here.
Yeah, you know, he only got up one shot out of, I mean, how many shots? Like 15 maybe? 15, and that's being generous on East Haven.
North Haven clean face-off win. Owen Quick back down out of Sullivan. Sullivan off the stick of Griffin McGlinchey. Now back to Quick at the blue line. Griffin McGlinchey waving his stick. Now Quick steps down low. Quick to the net. A nice pass to a wide open William Sullivan. And by the time J.P. Garria got there, Sullivan put it in the net. That's a power play goal for North Haven. And with 4:32 to go in the period, North Haven now with a 2-0 lead.
That's why taking penalties will hurt you. I mean, you could tell that we just couldn't keep up with their passes. I mean, they know how to take control of a penalty. They were setting up. East Haven almost couldn't do anything. I know Schroeder almost got it out of the zone, but that was about it.
So North Haven's power play, just their puck movement, everything about it was almost precision-like, and the Nighthawks now have a 2-0 lead here as we get to the late stages of the first period. Cameron LaCroix takes the body on the far side. Now Nicholas Ruggiero steps down. Ruggiero going long for Schroeder. Schroeder gets to it. Schroeder works it into the North Haven zone. Schroeder knocks Quick off the play. And now North Haven will try to clear out. Here come the Nighthawks. Into the East Haven zone. Shot wide, glove side of J.P. Garria. Connor Keeney behind the net. Stolen by Cameron Green. Cameron Green with some room to operate. Green into the North Haven zone with a shot on Bryce Peterson. Green centers off the stick of Vakatura. Now North Haven steals. The Nighthawks enter the zone. Montemana. Nice cross ice pass save made by Garria. They go crashing into the net. And JP covers up. 3:28 to go. 2-0 North Haven, and their speed is really, really tough to keep up with.
Yeah, that's something I noticed just in the first 30 seconds of the game. I noticed that just because it's reminiscent of the Woodstock game. This team plays exactly like Woodstock. I would even go as far as say as They're on the same level as Woodstock and arguably even better.
They've been a top 10 team in the New Haven Register poll all season long. They've been the #1 team pretty much in Division II all season. Perillo with a shot deflected wide. And again, with a win tonight, North Haven clinches the #1 seed. McGlinchey cross ice, Dalbero, he scores! John Dalbero with a blistering shot that goes past Bryce Peterson. And with 3:07 to go, East Haven's back in the game. It's now 2-1 North Haven.
I have to say, Dalbero is on fire. He has been doing so well these past few games. He's certainly the top player besides JP Guerrero these past few games.
That's 4 unanswered goals in the last 2 nights now by John Dalbero, and that's a big one to get East Haven back in the game at 2-1. Now try to keep it right here at least before the end of the period. Knocked down by McGlinchey, played back behind the net. Guidon lost it there. Weinzimmer fighting for it with Dalbero. Peterson tries to center. Now Dalbero steals. Dylan Ingram off the skates of Dalbero. Now Perillo gets it out. Perillo centers one to Griffin McGlinchey, who dumps in. McGlinchey goes and gets it. Knocked down by Dalbero. Dalbero on net. And Peterson got a piece of it. Stick to the side. Cameron Green gets to it, keeps it in. And now North Haven steals. Here's Owen Quick out of the zone. Nice pass and a shot taken there by Alex Peterson. That whistles high and over the net. Dumped in. Weinzimmer's going to get there first. Weinzimmer hit Peterson. Peterson got the worst of that one. And they play the puck ahead. Here come the Nighthawks as they get by Dalbero. Here's Quick, Owen Quick. Knocked away by LaCroix. Centering pass broken up by Dalbero. Dalbero trying to separate from Vacatura. Dalbero stays with it. Dalbero shot saved by Peterson. Dalbero behind the net for Vacatura, in front for Schroeder. Couldn't get a shot away. LaCroix on net, knocked down. I think Schroeder actually got a piece of it inadvertently. Schroeder tied up far side. Vacatura there for help. Dalbero's coming off. This line's going to complete the change. Good work by A.J. Schroeder. Trying to center, goes through the goal mouth. Ruggiero steps down. Good work by Vacatura. Held in by Cameron Green. Now they get by him. Here comes North Haven. Nighthawks in. There's a chance. Guidon in. And J.P. Guerrero got a piece of it. And then it might have gone off the post. Another dynamite scoring opportunity there for North Haven. Cameron Green. Cross ice finds Schroeder. Schroeder into the North Haven zone. Schroeder puts it behind the net, near side. Vacatura. Back behind. Schroeder gets to it first in the corner. Plays catch with Vacatura. Vacatura and Schroeder kind of back and forth behind the net. Really good work by this line. Now Ruggiero ties his man up behind. At the blue line, LaCroix on net. Peterson with the initial save, and they chop at it. It goes wide. Vacatura behind the net. What an effort on this shift. And North Haven's going to ice the puck with 14 and a half seconds to go, and East Haven trailing 2-1. That was a really good shift by that line.
Yeah, we're definitely controlling the play right here in these last few minutes of the game, of the period.
I think the goal certainly loosened the team up a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's what I expected it to do. You know, we're still in this game. It's exactly like the Woodstock game. Like I've been saying that over and over again because that's just what it is.
Seems like it's playing out that way. Off the face-off, North Haven wins it. They'll get one more rush here in this first period. They carry in. Dylan Ingram forces his man wide, and the puck's going to go wide of the net. Dalbero flips it down the other end, and that'll do it. So North Haven scores the first two, and then John Dalbero with a late one cuts the deficit to 2-1. Overall, not a bad first period.
Yeah, we did a complete 180, I would say. I mean, in the last few minutes of the period, we've been playing absolutely superb.
So Dalbero with the goal. As we said, he's scored 4 straight goals for this team. in regulation time. So at the end of one, North Haven with a 2-1 lead. We'll come back for the second period in a moment. Back here at the Lungo Rink in East Haven, we start the second period. East Haven trailing North Haven 2-1. North Haven scored the first two, and then John Dalbero got a big one late, and it got East Haven back in the game.
Yeah, we played really well at the end of the first. Hopefully we can carry that over into the beginning of the second because, North Haven is actually a very, very good team. I think you can tell if you're watching this that North Haven is amazing.
Yeah, if you're watching at home tonight, this you guys saw East Haven play Woodstock Academy last night, and now playing North Haven tonight. You're getting the privilege of watching, certainly, as we said earlier, the team that's been the best team in Division II all season long. And East Haven getting a strong test here as we get to the tail end of the regular season and get ready for the state tournament in a little over a week. It's amazing that the regular season is coming to an end. Griffin McGlinchey tips the puck in. Nicholas Perillo's going to go off. Second time tonight, Perillo's going to the penalty box. North Haven scored on the first one, and just 30 seconds in to the second period, East Haven's going to be shorthanded yet again.
Yeah, it's not very good because the first time someone went to the box, I know that they got a power play goal. So you don't want to mess with a team like North Haven. Their passes are very good, so they just set up a barrier. It's like no East Haven player can really get it out of the zone.
So for the second time tonight, Nicholas Perillo goes to the box for East Haven. I believe it was a cross-checking penalty, on Perillo. So face-off will be in the East Haven zone to the left of J.P. Garea. North Haven wins the draw. It was kept in by Jake Donovan, now Owen Quick. Donovan down low off the stick of William Sullivan. In front, they score. Wow. What a shot. Before J.P. Garea could even lift his shoulder, North Haven had scored. That's a power play goal. And with 14-17 to go in the second, North Haven has a 3-1 lead.
That's why you can't. That's why you can't go on the penalty kill against a team like this. I mean, having a penalty against a team like this is almost just a definite goal.
It took 12 seconds for North Haven to score the power play goal, and the Nighthawks now lead it 3-1. And East Haven's got to battle back from a 2-goal deficit yet again. They responded the first time by cutting the lead to 1, so we'll see what they do here. LaCroix up the boards to Schroeder. He takes a hit. Now Nicholas Ruggiero comes away with the puck. Ruggiero gets it to the blue line, dumps it in. Schroeder back behind. Vacatura gets to it first. North Haven up the boards. Held in by Cameron Green. Play to the near side corner, knocked down by Schroeder. Montalbana gets it out. Passes across to Nolan Cole. Stolen away by LaCroix. Carried into the corner by Bryce Mastriano. Vacatura knocks his man off. Montalbana with a hit. Another penalty coming up on East Haven here as Vacatura touches the puck, and East Haven is going to be shorthanded again here. Actually, is it? It's a cross-checking. Yeah, it's a call on Vacatura. So 13:24 to go in the second, down 3-1. East Haven shorthanded yet again.
Yeah, I mean, we were already in a deficit, and now these penalties are just making the deficit grow even larger.
That's different. Actually, did. All right, so they put the penalty up. They've still got the 54 seconds up there from the Perillo penalty, but that one, disregard that. It's 5-on-4. North Haven with another power play here. Nice centering pass, and they score. Wow. That took just 8 seconds on that power play off the penalty from Vacatura. And with 13:15 to go in the second period, North Haven leads it 4-1.
It's the penalties, Mike. It's the penalties. A team like this can pass. Passing on a power play is what's gonna get you the goal. They just keep setting each other up. The East Haven players can't do anything about it.
That's the third power play goal that North Haven has scored in this game. And we've only played 17 minutes of game time, and the Nighthawks have a 4-1 lead. And East Haven has dug themselves a very, very big hole here. Cameron LaCroix up the boards, down to Griffin McGlinchey. McGlinchey centers, cleared out on the stick of Owen Quick. He dumps it in behind the net. LaCroix goes and gets it. LaCroix up the boards. North Haven holds it at the blue line. Donovan with a shot. Rebound. J.P. Garea made the save, and he didn't know where the rebound was. McGlinchey outlets now, looking for Dalbero. North Haven controls. Owen Quick at the blue line. Up to center, here's Cole. Centers, Cole couldn't get a shot away. And now LaCroix fired around the boards, knocked down in front. North Haven with 3 power play goals so far in the game. Cameron Green up to the blue line, not out. Now McGlinchey tips it forward. And Cameron Green's got it, and he curls back in his own end. Goes across for LaCroix. Long pass for Perillo. Perillo gains the blue line and dumps it in. McGlinchey tied up, tips it ahead for Dalbero. Shot save made by Bryce Peterson. Vacatura behind the net, Dalbero. Dalbero lost it. McGlinchey steals. Weinzimmer keeps it in. Dalbero. Blind pass broken up by Mastriano. Here comes Cole for North Haven. Weinzimmer keeps Cole away from the puck. But North Haven takes it back, blocked in front by Cameron Green. And now Green behind the net. Cameron Green skates outward. It goes long for Schroeder. Off his stick and in the North Haven zone. Behind the net, Taft up for Cole. Cole centers for Montalbana. Bryce Montalbana in the East Haven zone. Shot blocked by Dylan Ingram. Now Mastriano behind the net. Mastriano in front over the stick of Montalbana. Now Cole with a shot. Pad saved by Garea. Knocked down again, played behind the net. Centered in front, held in at the blue line. North Haven with a couple of quick ones here in the second, and they've built themselves a comfortable lead. They step out in front, pad save, J.P. Garea. Schroeder behind the net, A.J. Schroeder comes out with the puck, up ahead for Vacatura, but he can't control it. North Haven quickly back in. Guidon gets by England. Guidon in with a shot, and Garea made the save. There's another chance for Peterson. Peterson gets by Ingram. Peterson behind the net. Back to the blue line, Quick. Cross-ice pass for Leighton Jeremiah. Held in by Guidon. Boy, North Haven, for the last minute and a half, has controlled play in the East Haven end. This line of Ruggiero, Vacatura, and Schroeder have been out there a long time. Centering pass for Quick, and what a save by Garea. 9:57 to go in the period. 4-1 North Haven, and the Nighthawks right now are controlling this game.
Yeah, North Haven's goaltender has not seen any action whatsoever in this second period.
Despite the fact that both teams played last night, North Haven looks to be a fresher team and seems to have the legs right now.
Yeah, I mean, they are number 2 in the division, so that's what I would expect.
Well, if they win tonight, they'll clinch the number 1 seed and finish off what's been a great regular season for them. Demetriadis takes a check from Owen Quick. Held in by Cameron Green at the blue line on net. Demetriadis was at the doorstep, I should say, and Bryce Peterson was able to make the save. That might have been Peterson's first save, as you talked about, Nick, here in this second period.
Yeah, that was his first save right there.
So Giovanelli up the boards, couldn't get it out. Giovanelli comes back for his stick, tips the puck up to the blue line, but can't get it out of the zone. Now Cameron LaCroix took a weird carom off the glass. Now North Haven corrals on net through a bunch of bodies, and Salvati clears for the icing. 8:57 to go. Second period, 4-1 North Haven, and East Haven can sense they're in a pretty dangerous spot in this game right now.
Oh, it's going to be very, very hard to recover from this. A 3-lead deficit is really hard to recover, especially when the game is halfway done. It's about halfway done at this point.
So Frazier takes Perillo's spot on this shift. Now the puck tied up in the corner. Again, North Haven beat the Division II state champion Weathersfield Eagles last night in a rematch of last year's Division II state championship game. You know North Haven wanted that. Cole keeps it in. They're trying to finish up an 18-2 regular season. What an unbelievable year for the Nighthawks. East Haven at 9-7-2 following the game last night, which was a 5-3 loss to a very good Woodstock Academy team. A step out in front of the net, knocked away by Weinzimmer. Montavana behind the net, centers for Cole. Shot was blocked. Now Dalbero up the glass, can't get it out. East Haven really being pinned in their own zone here. Dalbero now beyond Frazier, they get it out. Now Weinzimmer has McGlinchey at the blue line to Dalbero. Dalbero puts a move on. Dalbero centers, Frazier in front. Shot saved, rebound, McGlinchey, what a save. Another shot, he scores! Griffin McGlinchey with a big goal. They had 3 chances to poke at that, and McGlinchey puts it through. And with 7:36 to go, it's a 4-2 game.
I mean, just like that, we're back in the game. It's really just the penalties that kill us at this point. I mean, everything else, like 5-on-5, we can manage 5-on-5.
Yeah, as you said earlier, the penalties have really been a killer. So Griffin McGlinchey brings us back to within 4-2. As East Haven says, not so fast. They're back in the game. Here comes Guidon for North Haven, dumps it back in. Testa takes a big hit, and he gets knocked down behind the net. North Haven centers back to the blue line. Cross ice pass. Garea makes the save. Here comes Ruggiero. Ruggiero with Perillo and Fleischer now. As Coach Payne making some line changes here, trying to keep some guys fresh, playing back-to-back games. Fleischer and Ruggiero tied up in the corner. Fleischer trying to free it up. North Haven comes away with it. Owen Quick back behind the net. Guidon. Sorry, that's Sullivan. Sullivan behind the net leaves it for Paul Mastriano. Now North Haven clears out. Here's Guidon. Guidon in the East Haven zone, offsides. 6:36 to go, second period. North Haven 4, East Haven 2. So the last 6 minutes of this period going to be important for East Haven to try to get another one.
Yeah, if we could somehow score a goal in these last 6 minutes, then there is a big chance that we could actually win this game. Because a 3-4 going into the third period isn't bad at all.
A lot of time left here in the second. We're just past the midway point of the game. Puck dumped in. LaCroix has it go by him. Now Cameron Green around for Dalbero, up to Frazier. Frazier up to the blue line, not out of the zone. Held in by North Haven. Now blocked again. Nighthawks go to the net. Cameron Green broke up the pass. Dalbero tips it up to McGlinchey, who couldn't get it out of the zone. Cameron LaCroix. Long outlet pass for Frazier. It was broken up. Owen Quick back in the zone, and North Haven whistled for offsides here. 5:54 to go in the period. 4-2 Nighthawks. Coach Payne doing a lot of different things with his lines here, trying to mix some things up.
You know, we saw that last night in the Woodstock game. Coach Payne was testing out like partial line changes and stuff like that. So it actually did work pretty well because we did really good in the Woodstock game.
So now it's Dimitriadis with Vacatura and Schroeder. Shot on JP Garea. He's going to glove it and hole with 5:48 to go. 4-2 North Haven second period. As I said earlier, North Haven is the number 1 seed in the SCC tournament. They'll play against Guilford Wednesday night at 7:30 in the SCC semifinals as JP with another stop. East Haven, we're pretty sure this is going to be the last regular season game. That game against the Eastern Connecticut Eagles, as of right now, hasn't been rescheduled. I don't think it's going to, but you have to have your season completed by Thursday. And with the weather coming in the next couple of days, might not happen.
Yeah, Eastern Connecticut Eagles just basically said they didn't want to make up the game.
So we'll see what happens with East Haven's tournament seeding based on any other games over the next couple of days, depending upon what happens here. Dylan Ingram on net. Bryce Peterson with a save. Frazier towards the net. Shot was knocked down. And now the Nighthawks clear it out. Frazier back forward at the red line. Dumps it in. He takes a hit as he dumps it behind the North Haven net. On it now is Jackson O'Brien, held in by Dylan Ingram. They turn it over. John Dalbero. Dalbero trying to create some room, trying to go back to Frazier, but the pass was broken up. Here come the Nighthawks. Big Pat saved by Garea. Big rebound. And East Haven able to get it out of harm's way. Perillo up to Dalbero. John Dalbero into the North Haven zone. Dalbero going to the net. Dalbero in. He scores! John Dalbero somehow snuck it past Bryce Peterson. And with 4:40 to go in the period, it's a 4-3 game.
Now we are back in this game. This game is so winnable at this point now. John Dalbero is on fire. He has been playing so well.
That's now 5 goals in the last 24 hours for John Dalbero. We've got 4:40 left. It's North Haven 4, East Haven 3. I didn't see this kind of a game happening.
Oh no, I mean this is going to be a high-scoring game. I could already tell. There's already been 7 goals total.
East Haven's got all the momentum now. Ruggiero takes a hit, but they are right back in this game. And it's been quite an effort the last couple of nights here for these kids. No icing. We're going to play on. Good hustle by Joe Vacatura. Where have we said that before? Probably one of the hardest working kids I've ever seen. Here comes North Haven in the East Haven zone. Sullivan centers. They go to the net. Shot goes wide. Vacatura gets to it, pushes his man over, and knocks the puck out of the zone. What an individual effort by Joe Vacatura. 9 East Haven seniors playing their final game here at the Lungo Rink tonight. And what an effort they're putting forth. What work again by Vacatura on Owen Quick. Now the Nighthawks clear it out. Guidon to Sullivan. Goes past him, LaCroix. And we got an offsides on North Haven. 3:36 to go. Second period. North Haven 4, East Haven 3. It's been quite a game.
Man, if only we didn't get those penalties. I mean, you could say if only with anything, though.
Yeah, true.
All right, yeah.
Our penalty killing had been really good up until tonight. And North Haven's power play, as we've seen, one of the best we've seen all season.
I think it is the best we've seen all season. I think it's just absolutely lethal.
So the Nighthawks dump in. Dylan Ingram cross ice for Weinzimmer. Tyler Weinzimmer backhands it around for Ingram. Dylan Ingram up the boards now for Schroeder. Schroeder finds McGlinchey. McGlinchey going to the net. McGlinchey throws one back for Dalbero behind. Backhands it in front. And there to break it up was Jake Donovan. Dylan Ingram in his own zone. Here comes East Haven. Griffin McGlinchey. The Dalbero shot save. Peterson rebound. And they're able to knock it away. Another good chance. East Haven is flying right now. They have got all the momentum in this game. Here comes Cole going to the net. Deflected up and out of play. 2:41 to go. It's 4-3 North Haven. What a great second period.
Yeah, Dalbero, I could already tell. Dalbero is looking for back-to-back hat tricks.
That's right.
Last game, then this game against the 2 top teams. those are some serious bragging rights.
What these last two nights show is that this team can compete with anybody in Division II, no question.
Oh yeah, I think we should definitely be higher up in the standings.
And we are going to be a tough out in 8 days in the state tournament, regardless of who the opponent is. You do not want to play this East Haven team in the tournament. That puck straddled the blue line. They keep it in. Centering pass gets deflected up and over the net. Now Cole behind the net trying to put it back in front. Top of the face-off circle, quick going to the net. Correa gloves it, and they're able to clear it out. Nice play there by Perillo, who ices the puck, sensing a dangerous situation. 2:07 to go, second period. East Haven trailing 4-3, and they've just got to survive going into the third here.
Oh yeah, into the third with 15 minutes, 3 to 4, more than enough time to get at least one goal.
And they'd love to go into the third period tied. We'll see if they could do that. 2:07 is a lot of time. Dalbero wins the draw. Here he comes. He's already got two. Dalbero goes to the net. Shot wide. North Haven trying to clear it out. They do. Bryce Montalbana at center ice. Dumps it past Tyler Weinzimmer. Now Dylan Ingram. Goes off of Cole. Montalbana there for help. They get it back to the blue line. Throw the puck into the far corner wide of the net. Now Weinzimmer. Up to Frazier. Back to Dylan Ingram. McGlinchey at the blue line. Tips it ahead. McGlinchey's got one of the 3 East Haven goals tonight. He cut it to 4-2. They get it out to center, knocked down by Weinzimmer. Played deep now. The Nighthawks will go the length of the rink. Paul Mastriano. Mastriano with a long outlet pass to center ice. They get by Weinzimmer playing the puck deep. Weinzimmer takes his man off the play. Schroeder tips it up to the blue line, held in by Donovan. Now behind the net. Stolen by Schroeder. He has it taken back. They fan on the shot. Turned over again. Shot deflected, up and out of play. JP may have gotten a piece of that one. 52.5 seconds to go. It's 4-3 North Haven.
You know, this team is a force to be reckoned with at this point, especially John Dalbero and JP Guerrero. I mean, they've been playing absolutely amazing.
Well, if you have a sniper, which Dalbero is, and you have a goaltender, and you could play solid enough defensively in a state tournament, you could surprise some people. And this team, you know, depending upon who they draw, I personally think they've got a chance to beat anybody they play.
Yeah, anybody. Because if they did this well against the 2 top teams, I mean, they could really beat just anybody in Division II.
East Haven only had 3 players on the ice as the puck was getting ready to drop. That would have been interesting. So now Vakatura and Schroeder are on. North Haven wins the faceoff. Puck goes wide of the net. Cameron Green wraps it back behind. Now for A.J. Schroeder. Schroeder up and out of the zone. North Haven gains entry back in. Nice play by Ruggiero. Centering pass. North Haven goes to the net. Puck loose in front. And it's cleared back up to the blue line. Shot taken, deflected. Now in the far corner. Behind the net, LaCroix takes the body. Puck comes out in front, and they score. They sneak it by J.P. Guerrero. That's a big one. 19.5 seconds left. It's 5-3 North Haven, and that's a big, big goal for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, possibly the biggest goal of the game for the Nighthawks, because now they're going to solidify that 2-goal lead in the third period, which is going to be hard to climb out of that hole.
Well, East Haven's been battling back all night long, so they're still going to have a whole period of play to go, but it would have been big to go into the third only down by 1. Now trailing by 2 again. They were down by 3 earlier here in the second period, so game not out of reach by any stretch of the imagination. It's been a wild game here. East Haven has yet to have a power play tonight. North Haven, they go to the net again. Another shot, save, rebound. And thankfully, North Haven doesn't score again. Nighthawks with 3 goals in that period. East Haven with 2. And North Haven's going to go into the intermission with a 5-3 lead.
You know, we're in this game still. I mean, just because it's a 2-goal lead in the third period doesn't mean that we're out of this game. We could still achieve winning this game because look what we did against Woodstock. Look what we've been doing these past few games. We've been a force to be reckoned with the last part of the season. So
it's going to be a big third period. At the end of 2, North Haven 5, East Haven 3. Back for the third period in a moment. Back here at the Longo Rink in East Haven, we get set to start the third period. The final period here at the Longo Rink this season. And East Haven trailing North Haven 5-3. And they've been battling back all night. We'll have to see if they can do it again.
Oh yeah, it's going to be tough, but it's possible. The main thing is that it's possible. A two-lead deficit isn't much, especially when you have 15 minutes to make something happen. So I'm very optimistic about what East Haven is going to bring in this third period.
So Dalbero's got a couple of goals tonight. Griffin McGlinchey with the other. North Haven with 3 power play goals in the game, and I think they're going to have another power play here just 11 seconds into the third period. North Haven's going to go on the power play again, up 5-3, and this is not the spot that East Haven wants to be in. That's a holding penalty, and I think it's going to be on Weinzimmer.
Yeah, this is not good at all, because we've seen almost every penalty that East Haven took, North Haven has scored, and that's just because North Haven can just pass it, move the puck so fast, and set up something really, really good.
So face off to the right of J.P. Garea. East Haven has got to work to try to kill this penalty before they think about trying to get back into the game. At the blue line, Quick over to Sullivan. Now back to Quick. Oh, and Quick, one-timer. Save Garea, rebound, score. Alex Peterson. That is the 4th power play goal of the game for North Haven. And with 14:32 to go in the third period, North Haven now with a 6-3 lead.
I mean, yeah, we predicted that one, because as soon as East Haven gets a penalty, North Haven is just so quick to set something up.
I mean, that one took 17 seconds. 3 power play goals, or 4 power play goals now on the game for North Haven tonight. And the Nighthawks now with their second 3-goal lead. It's 6-3. And now we'll have to see if maybe fatigue starts to set in for East Haven here as we move through this third period. There's a shot by Andrew Porto that goes through the goal mouth. Broken up by Cameron Green. Cameron Green gets up to the red line, and now here comes North Haven. Cole into the East Haven zone. Cole centers, looking for Montalbana, didn't connect, back to the blue line. Now Donovan. Donovan with a shot, gloved by Garea, and he holds for the whistle. 13:53 to go here in the third. 6-3 North Haven, and man, East Haven, those penalties, again, all night long have been a killer.
Yeah, we've been playing really well. It's just that we just can't, you might look at the scoring and go like, oh, East Haven's having a bad game. No, we're actually having a good game. It's just the penalties that we get hold us back a lot.
Yeah, 5-on-5, it's been almost perfect here. Been a very, very good night for East Haven, 5-on-5. So puck dumped in by East Haven into the North Haven end. Griffin McGlinchey ties it up in the corner. They swing it around the boards, broke it up by Dalbero. Dalbero keeps it in. Dalbero had a hat trick last night against Woodstock Academy. 2 goals so far tonight. And now Dylan Ingram up the boards and into the North Haven zone. Nighthawks gain the red line, dumping in. Garea gloves it and senses Connor Keeney on the doorstep, so he covers. 13:02 to go, third period. East Haven trailing 6-3. And at this point, I'm not sure just how much gas is left in the tank.
Yeah, you know, we might not win this game, but we still played really good. So I think that we might not have won the game, but we did. We really won the game because we're keeping up with this team. This team is number 2 in the division, gonna probably be number 1. So I think that we should give ourselves a pat in the back.
It's been 2 nights in a row against the top 2 teams in Division 2. Last night, Woodstock Academy, who's the number 2 team. Well, at least we think. Cameron LaCroix with a shot deflected wide. Now tonight, North Haven, who is probably going to finish number one. What a season they've had. Both teams up and over 100 points. That's really hard to do. So for East Haven to compete with these two teams these last two games, this will prepare any team for the state tournament, no doubt. Cameron Green centers on an outlet pass. North Haven couldn't break in the zone. They wait to touch up. Back forward is Green. Cameron Green up the boards. Looking for Salvati. North Haven keeps it in. That's Sullivan. Behind the net, LaCroix. LaCroix up the boards for Evan Giovanelli. Giovanelli now to Salvati. They gain the North Haven zone. Salvati backhands it in. This has been the first season back inside the rink with our brand new press box up here with a different vantage point of the action. Oh, nice pass. Big save, JP. The second one. And they waved it off because JP had it covered. And how many times have we seen it? The official lost sight of the puck, but regardless, what a save from JP Garea with 11:43 to go in the third to keep this a 6-3 game.
So, Mike, the official lost sight of the puck, or did JP have it covered?
JP had it covered, and then he let it go because he thought there was going to be a whistle, and it was a late whistle, so he lifted his leg a little bit late, and then the official finally blew it. So, puck loose in front, rebound. JP Garea spread eagle in his own crease, and he's had to make some big stops here early in the third. North Haven also played last night, and they have certainly kept up their pace here as we go. East Haven hadn't played in a week and a half since playing last night, so. And now it'll probably be another 8 days before the next game, which will probably be the first round of the state tournament next Monday. With 10:59 to go in the third period as Bryce Peterson covers it up. We'll know by assuming the Guilford-Hamden game is still played tomorrow, which it's at 4:30 here, so I think it will be. We should know by tomorrow night who East Haven's first round opponent is going to be.
Yeah, isn't it a possibility that it's Guilford?
It is a possibility that it's Guilford. If East Haven goes on to lose here and then Guilford beats Hamden tomorrow, the first round of the state tournament more than likely is going to be here, unless our math is wrong. The first round of the state tournament is going to be here at the Lungo Rink against Guilford, and can you even only imagine what that'll be like here in this building? But we have to see what happens.
Yeah, I've been hearing Guilford. I think, and there's just a goal. JP, I mean, he can't do everything. He's tied up, really just pressured there.
Yeah, just not our night here. .22 to go in the third. It's down 7-3 North Haven.
It was Nolan Cole who scored that goal.
The junior Cole, that's the third line for North Haven, and Nolan Cole makes it 7-3 Nighthawks. So, barring a miracle here in the last 10 minutes, North Haven's going to be the number one seed. They're going to draw the 16th seed in the first round, which I think is going to be Glastonbury, who we saw earlier in the year. Puck goes on to play with 10:10 to go. We think for East Haven, it's either going to be Guilford, Cheshire. It's not going to be Wethersfield. That I think we can pretty much guarantee. It's not going to be Wethersfield. They would have had to win this game for it to be Wethersfield. So it's either going to be Guilford or Brantford. I'm sorry. It's going to be Guilford or Brantford in the first round.
Yeah, and we've beat Brantford before, so.
Yes. And we probably should have beaten Guilford too, but nonetheless we didn't. So either one of those games are going to be winnable for East Haven. Especially, I think Brantford is very winnable. So, although Brantford has played well second half of the year, they've been one of the better teams. East Haven's got to be careful here. You don't want to get a game misconduct for a major penalty and get yourself knocked out for the first round of the tournament. Cameron Green plays it behind the net. Dimitrios backhands it up the wall for Salvati. Knocked down at the blue line. They keep it in. Shot deflected off the glass behind the net. This North Haven team just does not quit. Two of the best coaches in the state going at it tonight. Lou Payne and Chris Avina. Chris Avina trying to win his first state title. Got to the finals against Weathersfield a year ago. Came up just short. And they've got as good a chance as anybody to win Division II. Puck knocked down by Cameron Green. Outlets to McGlinchey. McGlinchey up to the blue line, and now North Haven able to kick it further. Played around the board, centering pass, big save, Korea rebound, score. That is Alex Peterson with the rebound goal. 8:35 to go here, third period. It is now 8-3 North Haven. And I think East Haven has become an incredibly tired team at the moment.
Yeah, you know, because they know that there's basically no way that they're going to pull through and win the game. But, you know, what we probably did forget about is that John Dalbero still has a chance to get a hat trick. So that might be on Dalbero's mind.
I mean, I'm sure he'd like to get it by the end of the night for sure. And if you're East Haven right now, your mind has to be, you've got 8 days to get ready for a state tournament game that you can win. You know, take this game aside. You knew this was going to be a tough opponent. Maybe the best team you've seen.
Yeah, this is the best team I think we've seen.
See, Woodstock Academy, I mean, certainly a very good team. Finished the season 19-1, I believe, but they also played a lot of Division III teams. So you really didn't get a strong indication. And when North Haven played Woodstock, North Haven won the game 5-1. So I think North Haven has proven that they're the number one team.
Yeah, I definitely think that North Haven is a superior team. I mean, I'm not going to take credit away from Woodstock because I still think that Woodstock is an amazing team. I still think they're worthy of being the top two team because they're going to be second after this game.
Yep. So Woodstock's going to be the 2 seed. North Haven is going to be the 1. East Haven will either be the 12 seed or the 13 seed. Actually, no, they're going to be the 13th seed. It's just whether they play Cheshire or Guilford, we believe, in the first round. Brantford or Guilford, I'm sorry, in the first round. And obviously, if they play Guilford, that game will be played here at the Lungo Rink. Wouldn't that be fascinating? Knocked down by LaCroix at center ice. Now Cameron Green up ahead for John Dalbero, who, as you mentioned, is going for back-to-back hat tricks here against the top two teams. Centering pass, blistering shot from Montalbana, and it goes just wide. Montalbana back to the blue line, broken up by Dalbero, who clears it out to center. Owen Quick at center ice for North Haven. This will be the last time this year North Haven is the visiting team in a game. They'll be wearing their white uniforms through the SCC tournament and through the state tournament as the number 1 seed in both. Dalbero ties his man up behind the net, comes away with the puck, has Salvati going to the net, but he couldn't get the pass to him. Salvati keeps it in. Good effort from Josh Salvati. Behind the net, Salvati to Dalbero in front for Giovanelli, poking at it, and Bryce Peterson made the save on Evan Giovanelli. Back comes North Haven. Nice play by Cameron LaCroix. Now Cameron Green takes a hit, and another penalty on East Haven. With 6:18 to go in the third period, trailing 8-3. Another penalty. East Haven hasn't even had a power play in this game.
No, not a single power play, Mike. I mean, North Haven is playing very conservatively when it comes to the penalties.
Well, let's see. I might be wrong here. It's on North Haven. I apologize. I thought East Haven touched the puck, and that's where the whistle blew, so I was wrong. So East Haven is going to get a power play now.
I thought that was going to be on Giovanelli initially. But
So it's going to be on Nolan Cole.
this is a chance for another goal. We've never tested North Haven's penalty kill yet. So
Yeah, this has been the only power play of the game so far, so we'll see how East Haven handles this. Dalbero wins the draw to McGlinchey. Now Cameron LaCroix. Back to Griffin McGlinchey. East Haven trying to set it up. McGlinchey down low for Dalbero. Puck goes past him. Now Schroeder. Schroeder centers. Dalbero looking in front. Pass doesn't connect. Comes outside the zone. Weinzimmer cross ice for LaCroix. LaCroix up ahead to Griffin McGlinchey. Now Dalbero, they're onside. Pass broken up. North Haven clears it out. First penalty kill of the night for the North Haven Nighthawks. Big hit by Cameron LaCroix. Now Tyler Weinzimmer at center ice. Weinzimmer tips it into the North Haven zone. Nighthawks fire it off the skate of McGlinchey, and now it's LaCroix. Cameron LaCroix looks for Dalbero, tips it ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder loses an edge, stays with it, pushes it towards the net, stolen, and North Haven fires all the way down. Correa leaves it now for LaCroix. Cameron LaCroix skating out of his own end. LaCroix to the red line, up ahead to McGlinchey, now to Schroeder. A.J. Schroeder throws it towards the net. Peterson made the save. And we've got a stoppage. Puck touched up with a high stick. 4:59 to go, third period. 41 seconds on the East Haven power play. It's North Haven 8, East Haven 3.
North Haven has a decent power play penalty kill, I would say.
Well, we know they have a great power play.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, their power play is unmatched. I think that they have the best power play in Division II that we've seen.
So if you want to compare teams, East Haven lost to Guilford in overtime 6-5, a game they had a 5-3 lead late. Guilford lost to North Haven 8-3. The score here is 8-3. So East Haven and Guilford are pretty much even, and we know how good Guilford is offensively. North Haven and Guilford will play each other Wednesday night in the SEC tournament.
That might indicate that we have a good chance of winning against Guilford when it comes to the tournament.
And East Haven, if you remember back in early January, East Haven beat Brantford 6-2. Here's how I think it's going to work. If Guilford beats Hampden tomorrow, East Haven's going to play Guilford.
99%.
If Guilford loses, I think East Haven plays Brantford. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work, I think. If East Haven had won tonight, they would have probably been playing Wethersfield. Here comes North Haven in. They're still shorthanded. Power play is over. So East Haven 0 for 1 on their lone power play chance of the night. Nick's got his trusty papers. So if Guilford wins tomorrow, they'll have 70 points. That'll put them in the 4 spot. East Haven's going to stay at 38. So, yes, if Guilford wins tomorrow, that's who East Haven's going to play in the first round. So that's what everybody's got to watch. That's assuming that game gets played. I think it will, though. Dalbero with Schroeder, but Schroeder was offsides. 3:40 left here in the third period. 8-3 North Haven. And you could see from East Haven's body language, that's a pretty tired team.
Yeah, it looks like we're getting pretty frustrated. I mean, understandably, when you take an 8-3 game, you're going to be frustrated. I mean, there's just no way around it.
So East Haven will have, assuming they don't play that one additional game, East Haven will have just about a week to get ready for the state tournament. They have not won a state tournament game since March of 2017 when they beat Amity here at the Lungo Rink. It's been 6 years since East Haven's won a tournament game, so you know they'd love to change that.
Yeah, hopefully we can make that change. It's going to be against Guilford or Brantford, like you said. So then those are two opponents that we could definitely win against.
And imagine the rivalry aspects as JP makes a stop with 2:59 to go. Imagine the rivalry aspects of either one of those opponents. You want to talk about games being physical? Those would be physical.
Imagine a Brantford state tournament game.
We've seen it. We've seen it.
And after we wipe the floor with them, too.
Brantford's a very different team. Brantford might be the hottest team in all of Division II entering the state tournament. Wow, what a save by Garea on a deflection in front by Kevin Knopf, the freshman. 2:52 to go. It's 8-3 North Haven. Brantford has had probably the best second half of any team. Good enough to be in the 2-3 game in the SCC tournament against Watertown on Wednesday. So the Brantford Hornets, they may not have a lot of players on their roster, but they've had a great second half. Giovanelli up to the blue line, knocked down by Cameron Green. Garea plays it to Green, up to Salvati. Salvati in the North Haven zone, plays the puck deep. Far corner, Giovanelli, another penalty coming up on North Haven here with 2:22 to go. So East Haven's going to get another power play chance to, in essence, end the game.
Yeah, it's going to carry us right through the end of the game. So maybe Dalbero can get his hat trick because it looked like he really wanted it.
Yeah, it'd be cool for him to get hat tricks back-to-back nights against the top two teams. So I'm sure something that he can be excited about going into the postseason, and then he's certainly going to be one of the best players in all of Division II going into next year.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be exciting for Dalbero. I'm really happy for him.
Here comes North Haven killing a penalty. We've seen their penalty kill once just a few minutes ago. Puck behind the net, Dalbero trying to get it up to Schroeder. Taken by Peterson. Peterson behind the net for North Haven, steps in front. LaCroix knocks it down. He goes after Guidon. Guidon's got the puck. LaCroix stuck to him. Guidon working hard, though. As I said earlier, North Haven with absolutely no quit. And the Nighthawks just continue to push. Cameron LaCroix to the red line. LaCroix up to Dalbero in the North Haven zone. Dalbero carries the puck into the corner. You know John would love to get that third goal. McGlinchey comes away with it. McGlinchey back to LaCroix. LaCroix throws it to the net. Save made by Bryce Peterson. And now North Haven's going to clear through the rafters. So 1:02 left on the penalty. 1:24 left, third period. East Haven trailing 8-3, and they'll finish this season 9-8-2.
That's a pretty solid record. I mean, it's not anything like 16-1 or 19-1 like Woodstock was, but it's still a really good record. And if you've been playing like we have in the second half of the season, if you played like that for the first half of the season, we would have a much better record.
East Haven through the second half of the season, another stoppage here with 1:17 left. Through the second half of the season, their schedule, as we talked about, was as tough as anybody's, and they came through it. You know, lost a tough game to Massac, lost that heartbreaking game to Guilford, which beating Guilford probably would have had East Haven playing in the SCC tournament Wednesday night.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate, but you know, stuff just happens. I
Yep.
mean, we really had that game. It was like the last 4 minutes where Guilford made the comeback.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't want to think about it.
So Tyler Weinzimmer took a shot. Bryce Peterson made the stop, and he held. You're right. I think this team has gotten better as the season has gone on. And despite losing these last couple of games, I think they should feel really good about what they've done here in the month of February with some really, really good wins this month. You beat Sheehan, Lyman Hall, Hand. So you've had some great wins here this month.
As well as played really well against Woodstock.
Yep.
And you can't take away from their success this game.
Right. You know, you played well against Guilford. Played well against Watertown Pomperog. Played great against Woodstock last night. Through 2 periods, you hung in there against North Haven. There's a turnover, shorthanded save, JP. You didn't know where it was. And so Cameron LaCroix takes the rebound up to Dalbero. Dalbero's looking for his third. Dalbero pushes to the net. Lost control of the puck, and now the Nighthawks clear it as the penalty is over. Here comes North Haven in the East Haven zone. Puck in the corner. Taken by Weinzimmer. Weinzimmer up ahead for Dalbero. They featured Dalbero. Dalbero lost it. North Haven flips out to center, and it's going to be tied up there by Monaco, and that'll do it. So North Haven wins the game 8-3, and more than likely that's how the regular season's going to end, and that's going to get East Haven going into the tournament probably as the 13th seed, and as we said, more than likely playing either Brantford or Guilford.
Yeah, you know, in the beginning of the game, we played really well 5-on-5. It was only the penalties that gradually undermined us, and it just undermined our motivation to really try to play, because the penalties kept adding up in the goals. So then kind of just knew that it was going to be too hard to recover. So I actually think that this game was a success because of how well the 5-on-5 was. So yeah.
So we had a good effort tonight from everybody. So we want to thank John Becker, Rob's nephew, for coming out and helping us tonight doing music. We also want to thank Rob Becker, the East Haven Athletic Department, Police Department, Board of Education for all their help during the course of the season for our home games. Nick Maniscalco on camera tonight for Nick Vacatura. This is Mike Amento saying so long and good night